The Wild West, a dangerous place where many men lived and died by the gun. Fort Worth, Texas was such a place. Oakwood Cemetery was their final destination. Opened in 1879, it not only is the final resting place for some famous Texans, but also is the final stop for three of the Old West's most famous gunfighters. Now, The Undertaker will take you on a tour of this historic resting place.
So this is the gravesite of long-haired Jim Courtright. He was the marshal of Fort Worth. He also was a guard for ore shipments where he killed two banditos that were trying to rob the shipment. He killed two squatters in New Mexico that were stupid enough to try to fight him. You might remember in the show 1883, Billy Bob Thornton played him. He ended up getting killed by Luke Short in front of the White Elephant Saloon here in Fort Worth. Apparently he was trying to extort money from the owners, and Luke was one of the owners, and he tried to pull a gun on Luke. Well, his hammer of his gun got caught in the chain of Luke's watch, and Luke pulled out the gun and fanned it and emptied the gun into him. It's kind of ironic, but not too far away is where Luke Short is buried, and I'll take you there next. So here's the grave of Luke Short. He's the gentleman that killed long-haired Jim in front of the White Elephant Saloon. Now, the White Elephant Saloon that is in the stockyards is not the real one. The original one was in Hell's Half Acre, which was in the downtown area. Anyways, he's a friend of Wyatt. He was a friend of Wyatt Earp's, and also he had killed several men. One of the men he shot in Tombstone, Charlie Storms, was a gambler. He actually passed away in the San Jose house, which was the first boarding house in Tombstone. It's currently owned by some friends of mine, and you can stay there. Supposedly it's haunted. I never saw anything weird when I was staying there, but I heard stories. It's really a nice place to stay, and if you really like history, it's a great place. But it's very strange that he's buried here, and one of his victims is just a couple of cemetery spaces over. So this is the grave of Jim Miller. He was known as Deacon Jim because he was a deacon in the church. But actually, he was a paid assassin more than a gunfighter. The only actual gunfights he got into was with the same gentleman who he had been hired to kill. And the man fought back several times before he ended up getting killed by Jim. Jim killed many people. All of them were assassinations. The last one, he ended up getting caught and lynched by a group of townsmen that took him out, and a couple of the men that hired him, and ended up hanging them in a barn. He's also reportedly the killer of Pat Garrett, who killed Billy the Kid. But yeah, he was not a gunfighter. He would rather just shoot you through the window or in the back.